possible tour bus diesel subsidies under Tourism Ministry's purview. NIMP 2030 offers significant opportunities for banks' capital market. Salam Malaysia Madani, I'm SAHIH and you're watching Malaysia Tonight. Possible diesel subsidies for tour bus operators will be handled by the Tourism, Arts and Culture Ministry MOTAC. Transport Minister Anthony Loke said MOTAC will lead discussions on helping industry players transition to the removal of diesel subsidies.
Jadi yang lain bas pelancongan itu akan dikendalikan oleh Kementerian Pelancongan, akan ada perbincangan dengan mereka untuk lihat bagaimana mereka dalam tempoh transition ini dapat membantu mereka. That will be handled by the Ministry of Tourism.
Speaking to reporters today, Loke said, as the possible tourism diesel subsidies are related to the industry cost itself and not consumer goods, it falls solely onto MOTAC to make any changes. For similar reasons, Loke also said there are currently no plans to extend diesel subsidies for vehicles and logistics within the construction industry. On Sunday, the government announced the end of the national diesel subsidy policy, resulting in unsubsidized diesel prices being set at RM2.35 per litre starting from Monday, compared to the previous price of RM2.15 per litre. Two bills will be tabled in the upcoming Parliament session this month to facilitate the merging of the Malaysian Aviation Commission (MAVCOM) and the Civil Aviation Authority of Malaysia (CAAM). Transport Minister Anthony Loke said on 5th June, the Cabinet agreed to table the Malaysian Aviation Commission Dissolution Bill 2024 and the Civil Aviation Authority of Malaysia Amendment Bill. Speaking today, he clarified that the decision follows the Cabinet's in-principle approval on 11 December 2019 to dissolve MAVCOM and transfer all its functions to CAAM.
Untuk memangkinkan perkembangan industri penerbangan awam serari dengan hala tuju dasar kerajaan supaya lebih berdaya saing di peringkat antarabangsa. Pembaharuan ini juga bertujuan untuk mengurangkan karena birokrasi dan mempertingkatkan keberkesanan serta kecekapan sistem penyampaian perkhidmatan penerbangan awam, terutamanya dalam perkhidmatan pelesenan.
Queried on the timeline for the merger to be completed, Loke responded that it is anticipated to be concluded next year. Adding to that, Loke said the Integrated Marine Works Sdn Bhd IMW Dredging and Reclamation Concession was terminated due to the breach of the terms of the agreement. He said that the termination of the concession agreement between the government, the Federal Port Authority and IMW, which was signed on 30th May 2022, had been agreed by the Cabinet on 29th May this year. Loke said the Ministry of Transport MOT had issued a default notice dated 29 January to the company with a 3-month remedy period until 29th April 2024, but IMW failed to remedy the breach of the terms of the agreement.
Semasa perjanjian konsesi pengurukan dan penambakan ditandatangani, syarikat IMW dimiliki sepenuhnya oleh Inai Kiara Sdn Bhd. Walau bagaimanapun, sekitar bulan Julai 2023, MOT telah mendapat makluman bahawa syarikat Inai Kiara telah pun digulung ataupun wind up melalui perintah gurung oleh Mahkamah Tinggi Shah Alam bertarikh 11 April 2023.
The minister further noted that MOT will not appoint a new concession company following this termination, and a new policy will be enacted to encourage the growth of the dredging and reclamation industry among more competitive local companies for the development of the country's ports. The government is firm about not interfering with matters of creativity, idea generation and the values in local art. Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim said that the government also continues to support the principle of freedom of expression through artworks, which must be encouraged. Having had the opportunity to watch the movie Sheriff Narco Integrity last night, he also expressed admiration for the quality of the film and the themes presented by Shafiq Yusof, the film's director. The Prime Minister added that the impressive quality of the film also convinced him that the local film industry is capable of competing internationally. In the same post, the Prime Minister also congratulated the entire team involved in the making of Sheriff Narco Integrity. Yesterday, Datuk Sri Anwar and his wife, Datuk Sri Wan Aziza Wan Ismail, had the opportunity to watch the movie through a program organised by the Enforcement Agency Integrity Commission, EAIC, in Putrajaya. Also present were Communications Minister Fahmi Fadil, Home Minister Datuk Sri Saifuddin Nasution Ismail, and the cast members including Zul Arifin, Azira Shafinas, Aaron Aziz, Elizabeth Tan, and crime analyst Kamal Afandi Hashim. The Pasir Gudang Hospital, HPEG, currently 83.5% complete, is set to become operational by the year April 2025. Deputy Works Minister Datuk Sri Ahmad Maslan announced that the project, designed to be a specialist hospital, is progressing 2 months ahead of its planned schedule. Met after visiting the hospital site today, he said among the factors contributing to the advanced progress of the project is the use of building information modelling (BIM) and industrialised building system (IBS) technology. Datuk Sri Ahmad explained that the implementation of IBS had an achievement rate of 79%. He said this was among one of the projects that was approved by the Construction Industry Development Board (CIDB) to provide IBS-related component at the construction site. He added that the use of IBS technology can also overcome the problem of labour shortage faced in the post-COVID-19 environment. HPG, built on a 20.6 hectare site in Bandar Sri Alam in Masai, was constructed with a total cost of 376.32 million ringgit. Upon completion, the hospital will be equipped with a total of 304 beds, 14 specialist services, 8 operating rooms, 65 consultation rooms, outpatient treatment, 30 dialysis chairs, 16 delivery rooms, 36 quarters, 50 nurse dormitory units, over 1,000 parking spaces and a drive-through pharmacy. The Royal Malaysian Customs Department JKDM Unit 3 LTAKL Central Zone successfully thwarted attempts to smuggle approximately 5,000 kilograms of chewing tobacco involving duty worth over 409,000 ringgit in 3 cases between May and early June. Customs Central Zone Assistant Director General Norlela Ismail said that 2 of the cases occurred at Kuala Lumpur International Airport KLIA Terminal 1 and the other in the Free Commercial Zone FCZ at KLIA. Chewing tobacco is a prohibited item listed under the Customs Prohibition of Imports Order 2023, Item 66, Schedule 2, Entry 3. Briefing reporters today, she said on 29th May, the Enforcement Division Unit 3 LTAKL Central Zone detained and seized 2,700 kg of chewing tobacco attempted to be imported without a valid import permit in the FCZ at KLIA. For the second case on 3rd June at KLIA Terminal 1, Norlela said 2 foreign men, aged 23 and 25, arriving from a South ASEAN country, were detained for smuggling 57.9 kg of chewing tobacco. She said the tobacco was placed in 2 check-in bags, but the suspects failed to produce a valid permit and were suspected to be part of a group. The suspicion, she added, is based on the discovery of 88 other bags left on the baggage carousel after the 2 men were detained. Meanwhile, in the third case on 7th June, Norella said 2 foreign men aged 33 and 55, arriving from a South Asian country, were detained for the same offence with 60 kilo of chewing tobacco seized. Coming up next, MIER anticipates mild adjustment on RON 95 subsidy. The new Industrial Master Plan 2030 NIMP, which requires RON 95 billion worth of investment over the next 7 years, offers new opportunities for banks and the capital market to innovate and offer the right financing products to finance new sectors and technologies. Investment, Trade and Industry Minister Tengku Dato Sri Zafrul Abdul Aziz said the government would like the financial sector to take on a more active role in achieving the missions outlined by the NIMP 2030 and the most recent policy. The National Semiconductor Strategy launched in May 2024. Met in the nation's capital today, he said while financial institutions are always looking at shorter-term gains, the whole sector must also take a more long-term perspective in funding these structural reform agendas.
In achieving this, the government has also recognized the importance of SMEs and the need to scale up to increase their contribution to the sector and the overall economy. Together, these efforts will undoubtedly raise income levels, benefiting Malaysians across all income segments. The investments in targeted sectors we have been bringing in are also meant to create more high-skilled, high-paying jobs.
The minister also said that unlike the past industrial master plan, Malaysia's approach this time is to be mission-based. The Malaysian Institute of Economic Research (MIER) has anticipated a mild adjustment in the RON95 subsidy and expect it to be implemented in July-October this year after evaluating the impact of the diesel subsidy rationalisation. Executive Director Dr. Anthony Das expects that the adjustment would not be as dramatic as the recent diesel subsidy, which saw a significant increase in the diesel price from RM2.15 to RM3.35 per litre. Met today, he emphasised the importance of conducting an impact analysis first, observing how people are adapting and then making the next adjustment to the RON95 subsidy based on that information. Regarding the diesel contribution to the Consumer Price Index CPI basket, Das highlighted that a 1% rise in the diesel price only results in an impact of around 0.2%. Hence, he concluded that the impact is nearly negligible.
If you compare to RON95, the CPI basket on the inflation is about 5.5%. That has a bigger impact because like a 1% change on or an increase in the RON95 price, we can raise the inflation by about 0.8 to 0.9% kind of level.
Investments from technology companies in Malaysia will definitely improve and enhance the artificial intelligence AI ecosystem in the country. Science, Technology and Innovation, or MOSTI Minister Chan Lee Kang today said when technology companies invest in Malaysia to expand their operations, they will help the country enhance the AI ecosystem.
Dalam pelaburan itu kami nampak dia akan ada teknologi transfer satu, yang keduanya dia akan membantu kita dari segi infrastruktur. Dia akan ada data center yang menggunakan GPU. GPU means computing power yang tinggi, so dia akan membawa dia akan help us push AI development di negara kita lah.
Up sound, he said this after officiating the National Science Week Carnival 2024 today. Regarding NVIDIA's investment, Chang mentioned how the government could utilize its investment in terms of technology and expertise. He mentioned that NVIDIA is investing in collaboration with Malaysian partners, anticipating a technology transfer that will benefit the country's infrastructure. The plan involves setting up data centers equipped with high computing power GPUs to advance AI development in Malaysia. Additionally, he said MOSTI, through the Malaysian Research Accelerator for Technology and Innovation (MRANTI), has established an AI sandbox in collaboration with NVIDIA to benefit from its expertise. The Real Estate and Housing Developers Association Malaysia (REHDA) plans to showcase 10,000 properties worth RM9 billion at the Malaysia Property Exposition Maypex 2024, held in collaboration with REHDA Selangor and REHDA Wilayah Persekutuan. Vice President Datuk Chang King Meng said the properties are priced starting from around RM300,000 to over RM1 million, spread across the Klang Valley area, including Kuala Lumpur, Selangor, Cyberjaya, Putrajaya and Negeri Sembilan. Speaking today, he said nearly 30 exhibitors comprising property developers, financial institutions and government authorities have confirmed their participation in the Property Expo to be held 21st to 23rd June at Mid Valley Exhibition Centre, Mid Valley Mega Mall, Kuala Lumpur.
So there's a focus on developers and their projects who have attained a green RE sustainable rating. So I think it's wonderful that the industry can offer such products to the market, because consumers would demand smart homes, sustainable homes.
Separately, Dato' Chan said the event will be officiated by Natural Resources and Environmental Sustainability Minister Rasmi Ahmad, adding that the 3-day expo is expected to attract 30,000 visitors. In line with the government's aspiration towards sustainability in the Malaysian property sector, MAPEX 2024 will feature a green section to showcase iconic projects which have been awarded green certification by Greenery Sdn Bhd. The Vice President further hoped that the special green section will help create public awareness towards green and eco-friendly property developments. Bank Negara Malaysia (BNM) is set to revamp its fund for small and medium enterprises (SMEs) to better align it according to the latter's needs. Its Deputy Governor Dato' Jessica Chew said the central bank is redesigning how they construct and roll out SME funds, noting that only 1/3 of its 1.5 billion ringgit allocation for SME automation and digitalization facility (ADF) has been taken up so far. The ADF, which was established in March 2020, aims to encourage SMEs across sectors to automate processes and digitalize operations to increase productivity and efficiency. Dato' Chew said the central bank is also working on how funds that come under BNM can be deployed in different ways to achieve a greater multiplier effect by combining some of the information barriers as well as utilizing asset tokenizations to unlock collaterals. She also noted that a larger portion of SME financing comes from the banks. Besides ADF, BNM also offers the 1.1 billion ringgit high-tech and green facility, which is designed to help SMEs and innovative startups grow their businesses and invest in strategic sectors and technologies fields such as digital tech, green tech and biotech for a sustainable and entrenched economic recovery. Kerana Investment Bank Berhad, Kerana IB remains bullish on the construction sector's outlook, driven by the impending rollout of mega infrastructure projects such as the Mass Rapid Transit Line 3, MRT3, Pan Borneo Phase 2 and flood mitigation initiatives. Retaining its overweight call on the sector, the investment bank noted that the private sector building jobs, supported by significant investments in new semiconductor foundries and data centers, will also bolster the sector. In a note today, the investment bank said contractors under their coverage delivered a superb first quarter of 2024 with results either meeting or beating expectations. The sector earnings should improve further throughout the year as work progresses and new projects come in. In addition to the aforementioned projects, Singapore's Prime Minister Lawrence Wong reportedly said yesterday that the Republic is open to new ideas, including proposals for the Kuala Lumpur-Singapore High-Speed Rail HSR project. This will be discussed at the 11th Malaysia-Singapore Leaders Retreat, scheduled to be held in Malaysia later this year. Wong mentioned that during the retreat, Singapore would review the progress of ongoing discussions between the two countries. Still ahead, massive laser erupts at Erbil oil refinery. Ten people were injured in a massive fire in Iraq's Erbil oil refinery early Thursday, as reported by local media. The blaze occurred on Wednesday, but its cause remains unclear. About a dozen firefighting teams were reportedly battling the fire. It is learned that several other refineries are located in the vicinity of the burning refinery. An eyewitness said that one person was injured and many others suffered from breathing problems. However, media reports could not independently verify the information. The eyewitness said he heard the sound of an explosion and described it as a big bang. Fire incidents are common in Iraq and the Kurdistan region. A fire broke out at an asphalt factory near Arbat town in the east of Sulaimani in October, killing one worker and injuring 3 others. According to data from Kurdistan Region Police Directorate, a total of 7,546 fire incidents were recorded across the region in the year 2022.
Russia conducted drills on how to deploy nuclear weapons, practicing the electronic launch of missiles. The country's defense ministry on Thursday said that the personnel of a Leningrad military district missile unit worked out combat training tasks for covertly advancing and carried out electronic missile launches against conditionally enemy targets.
It said the personnel involved in the exercise Navy crews carried out sea trips to the designated patrol area. President Vladimir Putin ordered the drills after he declared that Russia was being threatened by the West through their aid to Ukraine. NATO members have signaled that they will allow Ukraine to strike deep into Russia with Western weapons. Russia on Wednesday indicated that soldiers and sailors from its northern Leningrad military district bordering NATO members in Norway, Finland, Poland, Estonia, Latvia and Lithuania took part in drills to deploy tactical nuclear weapons. The move appears to broaden the disclosed geography of the nuclear drills to include soldiers from military districts which cover almost all of Russia's European border, which stretches from the Arctic Ocean down to the Black Sea.
Coming up in sports, Germany brace for Euro 2024 kickoff. Stay with us. Euro 2024 kicks off on Friday in Germany as the continent's footballing heavyweights prepare to fight it out over the next month with the aim of taking the crown away from reigning champions Italy. Germany plays Scotland in the opening game in Munich, and the host nation are hoping their journey will continue all the way to the final in Berlin on 14 July.
It is the first time the country has hosted a major men's international tournament since the 2006 World Cup, and is a mouth-watering setting after the underwhelming nature of the last European Championship. Euro 2020 was delayed by a year because of the pandemic, finally taking place in 2021 in front of limited crowds. This time all supporters will descend on Germany, where matches will be played in 10 stadiums from Hamburg in north to Munich in the south. Philipp Lahm, the captain of Germany's 2014 World Cup winning team and now Euro 2024 tournament director, hopes the competition will bring people together at a time of division and disunity across the continent. A good performance by Germany on the field would help, and the outlook is more positive for Julian Nagelsmann's team now than a few months ago. Germany will kick off the tournament on Friday with their opening Group A match against Scotland in Munich, before also playing Hungary and Switzerland.
Defending champions and 2022 World Cup winners Argentina headline Copa America Group A alongside Peru, Chile and Canada. Argentina kick off their title defense in the opening match of the tournament against Canada on 20th June in Atlanta, before facing Chile 5 days later at MetLife Stadium in a repeat of the 2016 final, which they lost on penalties at the same venue.
Argentina, the World Cup champions and the current Copa America title holders, are strong favourites to retain their title this summer. Lionel Messi and his teammates are preparing for their title defence, which runs from 20th June to 14 July in the United States. Argentina wraps up its preparation with a friendly against Guatemala on Friday, before having session next Wednesday and Thursday. They will then travel to Washington. Only after the match against Guatemala will coach Lionel Scaloni announce his official Copa America roster on Saturday. Messi and company end their group stage campaign against Peru on 29 June in Miami, a city Messi will feel at home following his move from Europe to the MLS Inter Miami in July 2023.
Italian giants Juventus on Wednesday named Thiago Motta as their new coach, replacing Massimiliano Allegri, who was sacked last month. Motta, 41, was previously in charge at Serie A rivals Bologna.
Motta made his coaching name at Bologna, whom he joined in 2022. Last season, he led the team to 5th place in Serie A and qualified them for the Champions League for the first time. The former Italian international was part of the squad which finished runner-up at the 2012 European Championship. He was also a 5-time French champion with PSG and played in Champions League winning teams at Barcelona and Inter Milan. Juve will be his 4th club as coach after Girona 2019 and La Spezia 2021, 2022 and Bologna. According to Italian media, Motta will earn an annual salary of 3.5 million euros. Juventus finished last season in 3rd place in Serie A, but 23 points behind champions Inter Milan. However, they managed to leave the Italian Cup for the 15th time. Their end to the season was painful, with just 3 wins in 17 league matches, having been hot on the heels of Inter at the turn of the year.
In tennis, Lorenzo Musetti survived a tough match against Dominic Copper on Wednesday to reach the Stuttgart Open quarterfinals, where he will face Alexander Bublik. The 5th-seeded Italian failed to convert 5 set points in the first set and then rallied from 3/5 in the second set tiebreak to stay alive in Stuttgart. He struck 15 winners in the 3rd set to advance after 2 hours and 49 minutes. With his 13th win of the season, Musetti leveled his Lexus ATP head-to-head series with Copper at 1-1. The number 30 player in the PIF ATP rankings also reached the quarterfinals in Stuttgart last year and will aim to go one step further this week when he next plays Alexander Bublik. Defending champion Francis Tiafoe continued his title defense with a 7-5, 7-6 win against German Yannick Hafren. Tiafoe, who beat Struff in the title match last year to win his 3rd ATP Tour crown, saved all 11 breakpoints he faced according to Infosys ATP stats to triumph after 1 hour and 55 minutes. The 4th-seeded American holds a modest 13-12 record on the season. He will hope he can rediscover his best level this week on the German launch, where he next takes on Jack Draper. That's it from us this evening in our top story. Possible tour bus diesel subsidies under Tourism Ministry's purview. From the river to the sea, Paul Stein will be free. Thanks for watching.